Hello, my name is Keziah Cutter, and my slideshow is about the history of women by me. Principles and values. There are principles and values stated in multiple historical documents about women's suffrage, such as the Declaration of Independence and the Bill of Rights. The Declaration of Independence states that all men and women are created equal, and the Bill of Rights has continually passed new rights that protects women with maternal and legal situations. But the Constitution did not portray a woman's side to the document, therefore a woman decided to, in 1923, a suffragist named Alice Paul, who drafted the Equal Rights Amendment. Alice Paul was a vocal leader who helped pass the Equal Rights Amendment that helped secure the approval of the 19th Amendment of the U.S. Constitution, giving women the opportunity to vote and do many other things. Alice became a woman's icon during this time, portraying that a woman's only duty did not have to include being a caretaker of the home and everyone inside of the household. Impact of war. During the Revolutionary War, majority of the men and boys that were old enough were recruited to be a soldier. This left the women at home trying to figure out how to run the businesses and keeping up with providing enough income to keep the homes they were residing in. During the Civil War, women were referred to as camp followers that followed the war and were ordered just like soldiers to help as much as they can, such as a laundress woman, seamstresses, nurses, chefs, and caretakers of the wounded. This allowed the women to experience more than what they were told to do. Despite the fact that they still did all these jobs well, these women were still seen as women by the men. Impact of religion. During the Revolutionary War, the war recruited many men, which also meant men of the cloth. But the members of the church viewed the proposition as a conflict between loyalty to the United States and an oath to the King of England. During this war, over half of the Anglican ministers actually left the church because the proposition instead of going against the king. Instead, ministers took part in the clerical side of the evolution, and some became military chaplains. The Anglican ministers that stayed in the colonies began to lead as the primary religion during this time, which was Protestant Episcopal Church. The sole belief of Episcopalians is to believe and follow the teachings of Jesus, whose life, death, and resurrection saved the world. The Episcopalians offered different ways of freedom to escape the current time they were living in with their faith. Women being independent. After the Revolutionary War, men started seeing women as dependent outside of the kitchen and household duties. Women were seen being able to take on men's responsibilities, such as taking over businesses and still keeping them running successfully after some of the men returned home from the war. This opened up a new perspective for women. They marched in parades, standing up for their rights, petitioning legislators, attending sessions of Congress, attending political rallies. Elite women began to publish novels, poems, and plays. In New Jersey, single property owning women were allowed to vote. Looking forward, these marches allowed women to move into jobs such as scientists, lawyers, army, doctors, nurses, engineers, and any other job that would only have been available for the position of a man. Evolution of rights. Moving through milestones for women and minority will be examples of Susan B. Anthony, who was another vocal suffragist over the women's movement helping to pass the 19th Amendment. A huge minority movement was Abraham Lincoln passing the Emancipation Proclamation during the third year of the Civil War. The proclamation declared, "All persons held as slaves are and henceforward shall be set free," on January 1st, 1863. Following the Emancipation Proclamation, the Jim Crow laws were passed to work against discrimination towards African Americans while also protecting their civil laws using the 14th and 15th Amendment. Because of all of these movements led by women, laws passed protecting African Americans and women, opportunities for love protected from discrimination of biracial couples, and job opportunities / education openings for anyone and everyone. This has developed the United States into being a more diverse and more inclusive society. Resource citations. Number 1, the Declaration of Independence as seen in slide 2. Number 2, the Bill of Rights for Women in 1966 as seen in slide 2. Number 3, the Equal Rights Amendment, ERA, as seen in slide 2. Number 4, Alice Paul, as seen in slide 3. Number 5, the Revolutionary War affecting women, as seen in slide 4. Number 6, the American YAWP, as seen in slide 4. Number 7, the religion of Protestant Episcopal, as seen in slide 5. Number 8, the beliefs of Episcopalians, as seen in the 5th slide. Number 9, the facts of Episcopalian faith, as seen in slide 5. Number 10, dependent women, as seen in slide 6. Number 11, Susan B. Anthony, as seen in slide 7. Number 12, Emancipation Proclamation, as seen in slide 7. Number 13, Jim Crow laws, as seen in slide 7.